I wanted just to share how I see the awakening process. And not only that, the beings in channeling have told me or given me the understanding of it. Now this is C vitamin. Now because I sit mostly, like meditate or drive around in the car, I don't have any physical activities, my blood gets thicker and therefore like jams up the blood veins or everything, and then I use C vitamin to like liquefy the blood but it's really sore, so I'll shut down the sensors. Awakening. Oh. Now, from the channeling and from my personal experiences, it happens through everybody, individually, through everybody individually. It doesn't happen like somebody will come down here and show us the way, give us the energy, and there we go, we are enlightened, we are awakened. What I understood is that something of all that is true, that there is assistance through and from above, but it happens through each and every individuality, like you, me, and everybody else, that they first of all start to feel that, hey, something needs to be changed, something isn't right, something is different, something is different. And then they feel the change, and then they feel the inner will to like change something, inner will to search for something new, inner will to like guide themselves to something new. And this is the changing point. This is the first symptoms of awakening, that you want to, and you feel that you want to do something differently. You feel that something isn't right. You just feel it. You don't have any explanation or anything. You just feel it, and then you, in first cases, what I've seen, people start looking for like Illuminati, for like conspirations, bad people, huge companies, war and everything. They start to look and they feel that something isn't right. They feel the will to look in it, but something isn't right. I just wanted to fill the gas, but somebody drove in front of me. So the idea is that, first of all, you start to awakening to the reality, to the, hey, everything is not as it seems, everything isn't as it seemed to be. Like there is somebody like that wants to like take control of me, somebody like wants to like take control of me in all possible ways and directions. And then that happens, and then the people, they start to like not log the system, but try to avoid the system and start to like look for something inside of themselves. But this is not in all the cases, but the idea is that there is a feeling that something isn't right, and you start searching for it, and then you find the answers. It's like your guides, your spiritual advice, spiritual guides, angels, they are doing all this to help you to go to your path. And then people tend to start looking and changing their lives. Something first of all, you lived in a society where everybody is like drinking, alcoholics, and stuff like this, and then you start changing, yourself starts to change, and then you like feel that it isn't right to be here. Those people are just wasting their time, those people are just living out without any reasons. And then you start looking, then you start feeling, and everything starts changing. Well, it starts from your friends to your relationships and so on and so on. So the changes can happen in all fields. and also the changes has to happen in your like personal place where you live, how you live. Well, you know, like your room, your house, your material system. It has to be also satisfying for you to live out your you know, to be comfortable for you. And then what happens is people tend to, when they start feeling comfortable where they are and start being the comfort that they are in the place they are, like there are no lowering frequency friends, like no bad situation or bad environment or bad happenings around. Well, in simple words, I would say the place of your own. And when you have this place of your own, your energy starts to amplify within you. There's nobody like lowering it down, and you start amplifying your energy. And then it tends to happen that people start to feel happier, loving. I would say the lifestyle turns into a meditative lifestyle, and then also the people start looking for something like this, like meditation and stuff like that. And also in this, if you are completely not knowing about all the stuff there is, like not knowing what it's even meditation is or something, that there is many like revolutions. Oh man, there are like chakras. Oh man, there's like energy centers. Oh man, there you really can like do meditation and you start seeing images. It's like, man, there's really lots of things out there. And then you realize that hey man, you really can communicate with other dimensions. And then it's like, man, this world is so interesting. How did I not know this all? But you do not know this all because you're living in a completely different reality, environment, place, where there was no time to even think about something like this. And then what happens is people start amplifying their own energies. They start to meditate more, they start to feel love more, they start to seek and find more and more friends. It's like they find, it's like they have found already them. They are just there when you need them, and they start like sharing, and they start like I would say hiring their own energies in a collective, you know, let's say meditation class or something. And but it doesn't mean that you have to go to a meditation class. It means that your interests are completely different at that point. And what then happens is people tend to like slower and slower get to like they don't need to read anything, they don't need to watch anything, they already have the answers within. They're like just, oh, I already have the answers, I just need to relax. And when you relax, the answers are coming. It's like you receive the answers out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, it's nothing new. Many people are like this, and they start to even feel surrounding energies more and more. It means like you feel the people around you more and more and more. Like you tend to become energy sensitive, and when you do that, become energy sensitive, it's the point where also you start receiving answers to your questions from above, from your guides, and this is another step closer to awakening. Another step closer to awakening. So that's a step closer to awakening. And the next step to awakening is that people tend to start having more and more, like you would say in dreams, you would say in meditations, you would say just out of nowhere, like clear messages. And also somewhere in this point and previous point, people tend to like see that there is some kind of a match between what you think, what you feel, and how you actually let go, that the life itself is like doing itself for you, helping itself for you, like assisting for you. In simple words, I have one lady who's also getting closer to channeling, and she's like she's always stressful, and always you teach her to let go, just let go, let it be, let it go. And when she started to actually let it go, she, after weeks or something, she just amazes how life is evolving and assisting her and helping her, and you know, miracle stuff starts to happen for her. and she feels like, man, amazing, really amazing. And the thing is, what I want to share is that also you start to feel somewhere in these points that you become more seeing more the matching, that everything is just happening itself. You don't need to do something or fight for something or try to achieve something. Everything what you need is already happening and assisting and helping you. So this is another point. Wait, I'll put the mobile to charge. And the next point is that people start to tend to have the I would say aware or conscious messages from above. And it doesn't mean like messages like, hey, hi, I'm your angel, here is the message. It means like feeling and start to receive understanding itself. Like you just are here and you understand the messages. You just start to understand the messages clearly. And now in this point, people tend to become like psychics. Like they can read, and they start to read energies, and they can feel the tree, they can feel the car, they can feel the other person really clearly and see her abilities, disabilities, energies that are blocking him. They start to see it really clearly, really freely, and they become more and more I would say, I call it, I don't say it's channeling, I say it's energetical sensitivity and interpretation. Energetical sensitivity and interpretation. They tend to have it really clear. And those people, they are the ones that you can truly inspire from. Those people start to become like famous artists, famous scientists, something that you meet, you truly inspire from him. Something, it doesn't mean that like, especially in art or something, it means that you just feel, when you are present with that person, you feel something is there, you just feel it, you know where, you just feel it. And to some you just feel so pure light, so pure energy from those people that you start to just like cry in front of them. They say a couple of words and you just tears falling down, like falling out tears, the loving feelings. Some are also really exciting, really happy, and you just feel laughter with him all the time. It's like when you are with that person, you don't feel sad at any moment. Now the thing is, what I wanted to tell about these samples is that those people start to shine their higher self energies. Those people start to shine the higher energies from other dimensions, pure energies, golden energies, white energies, angel energies. They have reached their state of purity that they can achieve this energy. They can achieve. They don't have the ego. They don't have the mind. They don't have the inner energies that like block this. For example, many people, they try to receive this ability, and I want to receive this ability, I want to receive this ability, and they say like, why? Because I want to help people, and it has the ego inside. He wants to help somebody. It's like the mind is constantly working on ideas, and he's not calm, he's not peaceful, he's not in inner peace. You have to be in inner peace. You have to be in inner calmness. Only then the energy can flow to you. And this is many also people that just want to receive this energy. They want to just have this energy. It's like, okay, I want to meet my angel. Please come here. They're putting so much intention to it, and they're like blocking this energy flow also. You have to be completely relaxed, and to be completely relaxed, you have to be with yourself. And to be with yourself, it only can be done through meditation and through inner peace. It doesn't have to be like meditation in lotus posture and nothing else. It has to be like, I would say, most simple words: inner peace, like inner calmness, inner peace. And then the next thing is that also many people tend to have the expectations of what is your angel, how it will look, what it will say, and those are also just mind constructs that are just blocking. And the awakening process then is that you have this energy, and out of nowhere you feel the will that you just want to share. You just want to tell it, you just want to share it, you just want to share it with the world, you just want to give it to somebody. And this is the next that you are awakened, you would say, and you want to share. And now the further steps of the awakening goes through like light bodies, like something turning into light, something into shining more light, something to astral travel also, but these are the things that are not necessary. These are the things that if you feel at that point that it is necessary, it will be so close to you that you have all the answers to it, and you don't have to worry about that. If it's necessary for you, you will experience it. If it's not necessary for you, you will understand why it isn't necessary for you, or why it is necessary for you. You will just know it then, because you will have all the answers, all the information you need. And how I see the earth changing itself to like awakened world is that there will be groups of people that are like this, which I described, and those groups will just increase by numbers, and it will happen not that, hey, I share to you, you have to do it like this, and everybody will, okay, let's be awakened, let's be good or something. No, it will happen through them, within them. They will feel the change they have to make themselves. They will just find their own path to it. And there will be groups of people that are like this, from this story we'll call awakened. And there will be the groups that are like still holding to the system, still holding to the, I would say, aggression, the mind, I cannot let it go, I still need to have this job, I still need to do this job, and they're like holding to this system. And the changes will happen that, well, except from the beings, the entities that come to channeling, that the most massive changes will happen in the year of 2030, 35 as I understood. Then the society overall will be that, hey, if you are some kind of a spiritual awakening in a way, you alone cannot do anything, for example. But if you somehow the half of your society is like awakened, so spiritual stuff, like I would say green thinking, that they are pure thinking, let's call it green thinkers, blue energy people, they will create their own communities, they will build their own communities, they will build their own governmental structures, and these structures will have more and more, we would say, power, more and more abilities to do something even more. By idea I mean, for example, start developing no money systems, start developing free energy systems, start developing green farms, green food, start developing care for nature, start developing systems and infrastructures that are helping to make this world more for your heart. And this is that they will feel from the heart they need to do this. They will not think, oh, what's the benefit of this? Why should I do it? Some tears coming up. They will feel from the heart they must do this. It's like they will, like, for example, you have two ideas why you should do this. To get more money, for example. I must have money. I need more money. Like I want to earn something more. It's the idea itself that you want to do this, it's okay. But then there will be two thoughts. I want to make more money, but it will be changed to I want to help more in creating a better place for myself. Because if you don't have a money system at all, you have the power, the ability, like for example, you own a group of society, you have a group of society, you have huge friends that always try to help you and say, yeah, we don't need money anymore because we already have everything, we already have made everything. All we can do is like invest our work in not having more money, but like having more things that we could be happier of. If for example you see the forests in desert, they really need more trees in the desert, and then you come down with your friends, which you are I mean not like friends, but your infrastructures, like governmental structures, who also are like this. You come together with them and you, hey, yeah, well, maybe let's figure out how we can make the desert inhabitable in many places where you need inhabitable. And then you have many ideas, how can you do this? And many assistants and many telepathical messages, how can you do this? And you already have many assistants that they are, yeah, we want to help it also. And then you are doing and experiencing this stuff, not the same thing like having more money, but the same experience by like creating stuff that is ecological, green, full, useful, and it's already happening. It's already happening slowly, bit by bit. It's already happening, and those changes will happen. And I understood what are the most closest changes in this field is electrical cars. These are the most closest. Now this in my channeling was 2 years ago, and there was like no electrical cars, only I believe the Tesla, and it's like, yeah, 200,000 for a car, that who will buy it? But right now there are more and more cars that are being produced in this way, and but the thing is that the power energy supplies, they will run out also. They will build new power energy supplies. But the idea is that if you start getting into greener energy, for example electrical cars, that electricity can be most, and it is easily being created. It can be easily be created. Wind generators, solar panels, and so on and so on. So basically what I want to say is that everybody individually can also start creating their own energy source that they can use for themselves. And this is a good step. And also when I stood from the electric cars, everybody will change to electrical cars. Because the electrical cars are more, they are silent, they are green, they are more powerful, and in my feelings, I would definitely have an electrical car, even if it's expensive to have it. But the idea that just while I'm driving, while I'm creating these videos, I do not pollute anything. It's like I hate the smell of the exhaust. So I drive on gas, but still I hate the exhaust. When I'm driving, I'm so happy I have no exhaust. I have no oil in my engine. I have no braking systems, brake pads. I have no filters, the engine filters that need change. I have no sparks to change. I have no, there's like so much of stuff that you don't need to do. And then so from the next point is that people will create more and more effective green cars. By effective I mean they can drive huge distances without any charge-ups. And by effective I understood that also while driving and while having the car, there is an energy resource inside that can charge up the car while it's driving, and this could be something that the humans can make themselves also. And from that point, what I understood is also that at somewhere at the age 30, 35, people will start rebuilding the society to the things they need the most, and rebuilding the society and destroying the structures that they don't need anymore. what could be they need is green energy supplies using the resources as wind, as waves, and tearing down all the systems that they don't need, like oil factories, like I don't know, stuff that will not be useful anymore at that point. It's like many things. And also understood there will be forest colonizations, which the word sounds strange, but it means that many places will be given for free nature, to nature, and be for free. The governmental structures will be changed also, and the way the society works will be changed also, and so on and so on. And the next thing what I understood is really change the nature. It's year 2017 and something changing the nature, and then the people will be so free in their mind, so free in their thinking, that they will allow the first contact, as I understood, future humans to actually come here, the future humans to actually be here, and they will bring in the new technologies, they will bring in the new resources that the humanity needs. And then there is a completely different society. From that point, that's a completely different society. No more bad stuff happening, no more wars happening, no more anything happening. It's like, oh man, it's so boring. And then I understood from that point that many beings will not even be born here. Many beings will not start to born here because they don't have any more the experiences that they could have, that they can have. The beings like, like aggressive beings, like war type of beings, like even you that wants to experience difficulties, you will have, okay, now that world is so in peace, so harmony, so perfect, what else could I possibly experience that can be like really exciting for me? And so that also the population will drop, the amount of people, the population will drop also, living here will drop. And this is the information from the channeling that I received, and my personal experiences together, mixed together. So I hope this video helped you, gave you a few insights that can be like, hey, yeah, I feel it, yeah, or if not, then sorry for listening. And I'm going to make the Dome House. It's like a football house, like a football on the ground. What else I want to share is that as there are many people here in Latvia that have learned channeling, and they somehow tend to create it as a business, and I don't believe that actually this is the way of something like this. I believe the way is in a balanced energy exchange. So there has to be also always balance in the way you exchange the energy.